Fat Dag is a Weight Watchers leader in Indianapolis, Indiana. However, the views and opinions expressed during this podcast are his own. They do not represent the views of Weight Watchers. And now, here's your host and wingman, Fat Dag.
I am your host, Fat Dag. You're listening to Wise Advice. My weight loss journey failed when I focused on how. It wasn't until I switched my focus to why that I truly transformed myself. Join the show on the web at fatdag.com and follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Wise Advice. Send in your comments, your questions, your celebrations. I'll include them as part of the show. But before we dive in, remember, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Hey, I'm honored to be your wingman as we walk through this journey together because I believe in you. Well, hello. Welcome to episode 207 of Wise Advice. And man, it's been a while since we got a show out, and I want to give you a quick update as to what's going on. I got back from an amazing trip out in Denver. Man, it was just absolutely fun. We did the all-out Dog Days 5K. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. There was about, maybe 15 or so of us out there, just out there getting it done, taking care of ourselves, waking up in the morning saying, I can do this. We ended it with a great lunch over at, it seems to be the popular spot. We're heading over to Panera after a race. We're coming up real quick. In the middle of August, we'll be in Philadelphia for the next international tour stop. Then on to Indianapolis, over to Washington, D.C., and then we'll end the year in San Francisco. Planning 2019 as well. A couple quick little, I think I just made a promise during the live show. I think I promised Seattle. I think that's coming up, 2019. We're looking at Atlanta, looking at Tampa. So you will see. As we build the tour out there, I will certainly keep you posted, but there's all kinds of places to be, and we're just going to make it work, right? That's what it's all about. Quick little other update on everything else that's going on. Podcast continues to go well. The Wise Wingman Facebook group continues to go well. If this is your first time listening, go to the App Store, get the Wise Advice app. That is the best way to listen to the show. Certainly you can find it in Spotify. You can find it in iHeart, wherever you find a podcast. But the number one thing I ask you to do is just continue to check in every single day. Put it on Fat Dag Roulette, we call it, where you just, every single morning you wake up, you're focused, you want to get this done. Find an episode that speaks to you and just dig in, dive in, listen, take care of you, celebrate all the amazing things you do on this journey. You're going to hear, towards the end of this episode, you're going to hear an amazing celebration that I tell you, when it came into my inbox, it gave me chills in a sense when I first read it. And you're going to hear that. I sent a tweet out earlier about it. So you're going to hear that and more. Last but not least, if you want to know when we're going to go live, follow Wise Advice on Twitter. That is the best way to find out when we're going to do the show. As soon as I know I'm going to get a show done, I send that out through Twitter. Twitter sends a note to you 15 minutes before the show. Twitter also reminds you we're going live. So if you're following Wise Advice, turn the notifications on. You won't miss a single live episode. You can also follow me at FatDag on Twitter as well. That one's a little more interactive. I don't recommend notifications on that one. It may drive you crazy. First up is Jennifer. Jennifer writes in with a subject called Lifetime. Hi, Mike. Well, it happened. I made Lifetime. I'm actually 3 pounds below. I'm now down 89 pounds since my last new starting date and 115 pounds from my highest weight, and I feel amazing. I feel healthy and strong. I wanted to share this celebration with you and your listeners. My head has been at goal long before 6 weeks ago when I hit goal at my meeting. I can say with 100% assurance that this did not happen alone. I had the support of my family, my fellow meeting goers, a Facebook group, and then I added you and the Wise Wingman group as well. Thank you, all of you. Your podcast, they've been a game changer. Hearing others whom share the same struggles helps me see that I am not alone. my leader has been fantastic from the get-go. She, like I, had a shared history of multiple, and by multiple, I may mean at least 20 times, of joining Weight Watchers, losing weight, and quitting. She was my, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And I did it. I like to write, and I can share my story in a blog, but I can be quite shy in a group. Yet today, I did get up in front of the class, and I answered Francie's, my leader's, questions. Confidence is a byproduct of my weight loss. She asked how I made the program work for me. I spoke about my support system and how key that was for me. I talked about how I track everything, even my black coffee, as it is the habit that keeps me recognizing what my food triggers may be that keep me to overeat. I track my 0-point foods as honestly as I do my indulgences of cake. I track them and I plan accordingly. We spoke about think, feel, do. That's a big one for me. I use mantras to help me think, feel, and do. A favorite of mine is plan to succeed or plan to fail. It's so very true. Planning meals and exercise and how to navigate celebrations and holidays has been key. What has been my biggest struggle my whole life has been emotional eating. And like I said at my meeting, I was an emotional eater and I am an emotional girl. My mantra for that became, if hunger is not the problem, then food is not the answer. I have learned to distract myself in those times with walking, and the clarity I get back is just as powerful as my newfound strong legs. This journey of 89 pounds has taken me 19 months, almost an average of 1.2 pounds a week, pretty close to what the Weight Watchers program advertises. I've been tested many times in those 19 months. And as I have written to you and before and said, I've had a lot of losses in my life. In the past, I ate through all of my grief. Well, that has changed. 5 weeks before reaching my goal, I lost one of my biggest cheerleaders, my sister, Pammy. She had waited 7 years on a liver transplant list to get the news that she was matched up, and sadly and unexpectedly, she never survived the surgery. She wanted to live as she fought to live, and when that happened 5 weeks before I hit goal, I was once again faced with my emotional eating. But this time I asked myself the question, what is your why? Well, my why is to be the healthiest and most active Mimi I can be to my 2 grandchildren. Though my grief then and is still now, I choose to walk, to live my life fully, play with those grandchildren for as long as my life allows, and I plan on being around for a long time. My why evolves. I am that healthy, active Mimi, and my why is now to feel as good as I do right now for as long as I can. My new lifestyle will help me through any illness that aging may bring along. Pammy is a reminder as well how hard she fought for her health, makes me want to honor my own health in her name. I did this. So anyone out there listening, find support. Surround yourself with that support. Listen to the podcast, read blogs, write blogs, do whatever it takes to keep your focus. Because nothing will ever feel as good as meeting your goal. We all deserve that. Mike, thank you for serving your country, and thank you for serving our community as well. I look forward to being able to give back as much as I have received. Oh, and I have a new goal, a 5K in Washington, D.C. in October. If you cannot make it to Boston, this girl has found a fellow Weight Watcher locally who wants to make the trip to D.C. for your tour. The 5K training commences this weekend. Thank you, Jennifer. It's Jenna M.A. on Connect. Jennifer, let's open with a huge pouring of love and support out to you and your family for the devastating loss of your sister, Pammy. I can't even imagine what that must go through. You know, with the excitement of coming up on the liver transplant list has to be incredibly overwhelming. And then for have her taken in such a tragic and unexpected way. my heart breaks for you. And so I reach out to you with love and support and say, I'm sorry, but I'm so incredibly proud of you for using that and getting through that and doing your best through that scenario and then continuing on to reach your goal and reach lifetime. What a way to honor her and to honor the health that you know that you are capable of delivering to yourself. So congratulations on reaching a lifetime. 89 pounds, 115 pounds total. You did that by not quitting. What I love in your email and so many other emails that come into my inbox that say something very similar, and it says, I feel amazing, I feel healthy, I feel strong. Those are the things that we're after. You know, when this thing is all said and done, when you reach your goal, when you become the best version of you that you now can be, very few people write in with anything other than, I feel amazing. That is what we're after. We want this internal feeling of, I am amazing, I feel amazing, I have confidence that I never knew I had, I can do anything. You've proven that long before by getting to goal, just, well before mentally, before the scale finally caught up. And so, I can agree with you. You said with 100% assurance, this did not happen alone. However, I agree, I do agree actually that this did not happen alone. But the piece that I want to throw out there is there were times in this journey where you were alone. And what I mean by that is you were never alone because the community was always there, but you were faced in a scenario where no one was looking, no one was there. You had to then make a decision on what it is you want to do. You had to make the hard choice in times that no one was there to provide the correct answer for you. That is how you did this. So while you were never alone in the journey, the days that you had to make the decision by yourself, you did it. You used your why, you used the focus, you used the community support, and you figured out that this was more important than anything else in your journey. No, none of us are alone in this journey. It's why I love the amazing emails I continue to get in my inbox. And so many of them, they just say the same thing, is that we're not alone. We're all in this together. And my favorite piece is when somebody writes in or someone posts either in the Wise Wingman group or on Connect, and they say, their version of the story, and it doesn't take long for other people to come along and say, yeah, that's me too. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly what happened to me. And we quickly realize that this journey does not take on such a unique role that no one has a completely unique scenario to deal with. There are so many things that we all must adjust to and deal with that we can get it and we can get it done. It's amazing that you and your leader have hooked up in a way where multiple times to get this done. You say the mantra that I believe to be true. It's why I believe in you. It's why I open every show by saying I believe in you, because just like you said, if she can do it, then you can do it, and you did. There aren't any of us on this planet that are so amazingly unique that we're the only ones that found a way to do this. This is possible by so many people, and it really comes down to just setting habits. The habits you do every single day, are they working for you or are they working against you? Find the habits, find the things that you're doing every single day, things that you're kind of put on autopilot, and assess them. Are they working towards me or are they working against me? And what you want to do is change the habits that are working against you, develop them into habits that work for you, and you too can get to lifetime. It takes a little bit of focus. It takes you wanting this more than anything else, doing whatever you can do to get it done. Jennifer, incredibly, incredibly proud of you. The Facebook community is lighting up as we speak. Everyone's just offering love and encouragement and support to the amazing journey that you've on. And clearly you understand now what's at stake. You're out there. You're doing it. You're getting it done. And I cannot wait to meet you in Washington, D.C., throw my arms around you, give you a big old hug, congratulating you, and let's go get a 5K done. Jennifer, keep up the amazing work. I'm incredibly proud of you. Way to go. Next up, Cheryl writes in. She says, well, hey, Mike, good morning. I need help with not feeling discouraged. I'm down 36 pounds so far, but for the life of me, I'm stuck at 235. When I hit that number, I find myself starting to go back up around 240 pounds. The problem is I'm horrible at self-assessment. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if I'm self-sabotaging. So can you send some encouragement my way while I figure this out? By the way, you help me while I'm on my walk every day. You help me push through. You've encouraged so many people out there, and I hope you continue for a very long time, Cheryl. Cheryl, here we go. You're down 36 pounds. You did not do that by accident. You certainly did that by waking up in the morning saying, hey, I want to do this. And you spent the entire day staying focused on, I want to do this. And so you went to bed saying, I want to do this. You woke up the next morning saying, I want to do this. That is how you lose 36 pounds. You didn't simply wake up and say, oh my goodness, I'm down 36 pounds. I had no idea. You woke up focused. You stayed focused. Maybe you weren't perfect. That's perfectly awesome how you do that. You don't have to be perfect in the journey. You have to just wake up every single morning wanting to give it a try. The longer throughout the course of the day you can stay motivated, engaged, and energized proves to yourself that you can do this. You did all of that, or else you wouldn't have been down 36 pounds. So here you are. You're at a point where 36 pounds starts to feel really good. You know, at 36 pounds, your pants are fitting better, your clothes fit better, you probably feel a lot better. And so it's at that point, the focus is slightly different than it was on day one. What I want you to do is I want you to say, I can do this. I want you to take the negative talk of the problem is I'm horrible at self-assessment. You're not horrible at anything. There are things that you're really good at, and there are things that you have not yet learned to master. But to say you're horrible at it, set yourself up for this mindset of allowing yourself to be horrible at it. But if you say, I'm actually really good at it, I'm just still in training, it's completely different. And so what I want you to do is I want you to shift all of your energy, shift all of your focus to the amazing things that you've done in your life and prove how awesome you are to be down 36 pounds. I want you to look for other things in your life that maybe at some point you didn't know how to do, that you figured it out. And I want you to sit down and I want you to write down, why are you doing this? That why is what put you down 36 pounds. I want you to continue on from that point forward. If you write it down, it does something different than if you grab the pen. It just invokes a creative process that doesn't exist by typing it out. Spend some time right now at 36 pounds down and say, I can do this. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at that. I succeeded at doing this. Write things down and check them off as you've done them. Prove to yourself how awesome you are. You absolutely will get to goal. If you aren't already, join us in the Wise Wingman Facebook group. Go to wisewingman.com. It's an amazing group of about 5,000 folks now that really are just here providing nothing but excitement and encouragement. I read the posts in there, and it's just one amazing post after another. Cheryl, you can do this. You've lost 36 pounds. You didn't do that by accident. You did that. Go for 37. Let's see what that looks like. When you get to 37, let's see what 38 looks like. That's all you got to do. Cheryl, get into the Facebook group. Join us over there. Let's get it done. Hey, Wingman, are you looking for a quick, healthy snack to take on the go? RxBar wants to build things the right way. RxBar believes in the power of transparency and lets the core ingredients do all the talking, with all of them listed right on the front of the packaging. You'd likely recognize RX bars on the shelf. They're the ones who have egg whites for protein, dates to bind, nuts for texture, and other delicious ingredients like unsweetened chocolate, real fruit, and spices like sea salt or cinnamon. It turns out that real food ingredients actually taste really good. The RX bars are gluten-free, soy-free, and they're dairy-free. There's no artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives, or fillers. They come in 14 delicious flavor varieties. Whether you like sweet or savory, chocolate or fruit flavors, there's an RX bar for you. Now, my favorite RxBar is certainly the peanut butter bar. It's very delicious. My wife likes the chocolate sea salt bar for a quick breakfast on school days. She loves the mixture of the rich chocolate and the sea salt together. Hey, for 25% off your first order, visit rxbar.com/DAG and enter promo code DAG at the checkout. Once again, I'll repeat that. It's for 25% off your first order. Visit rxbar.com/DAG and enter promo code DAG at the checkout. Next up, Maggie writes in out of Indianapolis, and subject says, I did it. Dear Fat Dag, hey, this letter has been a long time coming. I was going to write over a year ago when I first started listening to your podcast, but then I would hear someone with a story very similar to mine, and I would think, well, this has already been told. No one wants to hear it again. But I have decided that, yes, maybe someone has a story much like mine, but this is my story, and I deserve to tell it too. I've tried to keep it short, but as you can see, I didn't manage that. I've been the chubby, chunky, fat person my whole life. I am the baby of the family. I got teased a lot at home. I can remember in elementary school being mortified when they weighed and measured kids in front of the whole class. That's when the teasing started at school. I began yo-yo dieting in middle school. I got married straight out of high school. I had 4 kids, and then my husband ran off with his secretary. On his way out the door, he made sure to trash my self-esteem and remind me that I was not good enough. I was left with an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an 18-month-old twins and a high school education. I had to put myself through college so that I could get a job to support us. I am blessed that I have a very supportive family who help with the money, the babysitting, and just being there for me. I worked a full-time job, then came home to life with 4 kids, ball games, extracurricular activities, and convenience foods. My weight started to climb. I have tried all the fad diets at different points in my life, starting in the 70s with liquid protein mixed with Tab, then weight loss pills, you name it. I would lose the weight, then I would gain it all back, and then some. I had a bad second marriage to a closet alcoholic. I didn't know. It lasted 3 months until he tried to hit me. No, not okay. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. We were divorced shortly after that. My weight ballooned to 226 pounds. I knew I had to do something. So I quit my job. I moved from where I had lived for 43 years, and I started fresh. Things have not always been rosy since. I've had more bad dates than I care to count. I've dated men who made me feel less than jobs with really bad bosses, and lots of stress. Food was my soother. Snacks kept me going during the day. I married again 4 years ago. There are good days and not so good days. But I finally found a job with amazing bosses and coworkers. Life was looking up, but I was still over 200 pounds. Then I went in for a screening heart scan. I was told at stage 2 heart disease, that once you are there, you can never go back. But I was also told that if I made some changes, I could stop the progression. Heart disease runs through my family, but mostly on the male side. I'm one of the few female members who now has it. The next day, I joined Weight Watchers online. I lost 41 pounds. I didn't have a lot of emotional support at home, so I joined meetings in January, hoping for some added support. I found that and so much more there. On July 24th, 2018, I made Lifetime. I've lost a total of 54 pounds. I am so proud of myself for all that I've made it through. While the thought of maintenance scares me, I know that I have the strength and perseverance to be successful. I also know that I have the knowledge and the tools to help me get back on track should I fall off. Thank you, Mike, for all that you do, for your podcast that have inspired me, for being a Weight Watchers leader who helped me get to goal, for your service to our country, and for just being you. Maggie, which is Maggie H60 on Connect. Maggie, you are incredible. Absolutely incredible. No doubt in my mind. It's such an honor to have you in the Tuesday night meeting. You're an incredible inspiration, and congratulations on getting to Lifetime. It's been fun watching your journey, and I'll be honest with you, I had no idea the journey that you've gone through, and I am even more proud of you now than I ever was before. And so what I've learned through you sharing the story, and this is why we all have to tell these stories, is the incredible strength that you have shown in your entire life is what got you to goal. You have the ability, you have the strength to do whatever you set your mind to. Pamela says on Facebook that you're a rock star. I completely agree. Putting yourself through college, packing up and moving so that you can completely change your life. Those are hard things to do, and you did them. So it doesn't surprise me one bit that you made it to goal, that you made it to lifetime, because what you did is you took all of that energy and you refocused it back into you. For so much of your life, you've been the giver. You've taken care of an amazing family. You've taken care of your kids for so well and for so long that it was now finally time for you to take care of you. You did that. You've proven to yourself that you can do anything. Kat chimes in and says, you're a warrior. Completely agree. So here you are, 54 pounds, and now we're coming up on maintenance. I can promise you that you got this. Maintenance is nothing different than just continuing to do everything that you did to get here. Now, just a quick explanation is just as you go through this process, we'll certainly talk week to week as you come in, and I want to just provide that to you. But what I want you to do is I want you to figure out where in your journey you are, what you need to add back into your plan, what routines you need to get through to simply maintain your weight. That's what the maintenance phase is for you really just to find that balance, is to take all of that focus that you put into you. And then now share some of that in the other areas of your life. And you just bounce back and forth between what's important today, what's important tomorrow, never ever forgetting that you are always, always the most important. Now, there will be days where things will have a higher priority, but nothing will ever be more important than you. Continue to take care of you. Continue to do the amazing things that you're very much capable of. Thank you so much for writing in. Your story is so awesome. There are people right now, I promise you, there are people right now wondering if they can do it. Your email confirmed to them that they can do it as well. And it may not just be with weight loss. It may just be finding the strength to do what they need to do in a period in their life where they have to put themselves first. You've done that. You continue to do that. You have now taken care of the best version of you that exists. Man, what an incredible story. What an inspiring story. What an amazing person you are. It's truly an honor to be in your presence week after week, watching you get it done. Thank you so much for being a part of that group. Man, very, very, very fun. This next email, folks, I think this is probably one of my favorites. It's from Kathy out of Clinton, Mississippi. Kathy writes in and says, hey, dear Fat Dag, I'm down 3 pounds from my start weight as of today, and I'm celebrating so hard. Some people might say, you're this excited about 3 pounds? Yes, I am. Here's my journey so far, just so you and your listeners understand why 3 pounds is so amazing and why the time this journey takes really doesn't matter. I started this plan February 2017 and did nothing but go up or maintain because I had no accountability. I started going to meetings in October of 2017 at 220.4 pounds. In June, I hit a new heavyweight, 232 pounds. I recently reset my start weight to 231.6 because I needed the reset. I was 11 pounds above my start weight, and I had been doing Weight Watchers for 8 months. In hindsight, I was paying for Weight Watchers, but not truly invested. However, I will add that in the beginning of October, I had focus and determination. I got 2 pounds down, then I went up and down and up and down. I plateaued for 2 months. I got frustrated. I quit tracking in an honest manner. I sabotaged myself. Then I started believing that I was being honest, even though I really wasn't, and I wasn't seeing the results, yet somehow I never quit. I still struggled because I had no support from family. My mom tells me that Weight Watchers got hard for her, so she quit. That's my mom's attempt at a pep talk. I didn't believe in myself. I started listening to your podcast and really thought about my why. It is that I don't want to be my parents. They're both overweight with type 2 diabetes, and they're pretending to be happy while being miserable. That life scares me because I'm 23 with high cholesterol. I don't want that life. Your podcast, Connect, has given me a community and support that I don't have anywhere else. My why, combined with imagining what goal will feel like, literally meditating on that feeling, got me refocused. I have lost between 1 and 2 pounds a week for the last 3 weeks. Today, I have reached, for the first time since October, 3 pounds down from my start weight. Yes, I reset my start weight, and I have a bit to go before I'm back to my October start weight, but man, I am one happy camper. I have to say, to this day, I've never received my 5-pound charm. It will happen this time. It's taken 9 months to find my focus again, but I have learned how strong I am through all that time. I wasn't sure I was going to share this because it's not a big overall loss, number-wise, but it's the proudest I have felt on this journey since starting in October. I'm not sure that anyone understands the significance of this as much as I do, but I hope that there are others listening who find strength in knowing that it really doesn't matter how long this journey takes. I still have 68 to goal and 78 to my personal goal, but I believe that I can do this for the first time in a long time. Thank you, Fat Dag, and for all that follow me on Connect. You have given me the support that I need. Kathy out of Clinton, Mississippi. It's KARLOVCM1 on Connect. Kathy, wow. What an amazing story you have here. And I am incredibly proud of you for being proud of you. So many times we just make the assumption that in order to be successful on this program, you have to throw up these monster big numbers. And really what has to happen is you have to accept the point of where you are in this journey. You have to take ownership and you have to get it done. The fact that you are celebrating a 3-pound weight loss tells me you are dialed in, you're focused, you are going to get this done. I believe in you. Your everything in your email proves to me you can do this. There's nothing in here that makes me go, well, I wonder if. Every single thing you wrote, from the very opening of how proud you are, all the way to you literally meditating, getting it done, staying focused, wanting that 5-pound charm, knowing what the end result is, knowing what your why is, knowing the life you don't want, and knowing that you can have whatever you want. I'm incredibly proud of you. And super duper proud in the sense that you recognize what it takes to get this done is you have to be proud of yourself first. That first 3 pounds that you lost, that is when your mind finally said, I can do this. You're now starting to believe you did this deliberately. It did not happen by accident. You kind of opened your tracker. You made deliberate efforts and the scale rewarded that effort. You did that. Continue to stay focused, continue to stay dialed in, continue everything that you're doing to lose 3 pounds. Do it again and again and again. And if you never quit, you will find amazing success like every single one of us have and will have on this journey. Dig deep into that why. I love what you've said here. And I want you to, if you haven't already, I want you to take one more step in your journey. I want you to actually put this into pen and paper. I want you to take what you've typed. I want you to dive deeper in with a pen and paper and share everything that you have with yourself. Be proud of what you're doing. Be so excited about it that as you continue to write, you will uncover new whys. Let it evolve. Let it continue to carry you all the way to goal. And so I'm so glad that you reached out to share this story. I think, as I read and share so many other stories on this podcast, it's awesome to hear the internal pride in your email. That's what's doing this. That's what all of us find and do. Every single person that has success in this program, they had success because they understood what they were doing, they were capable of doing, they were deliberately doing, and damn it, they were proud of themselves for doing it. Congratulations. Man, it's incredible. I know the significance of this 3 pounds. I think every single person listening knows the significance of these 3 pounds, and you taking the time to share it is just an incredible gift that you've given to this community. So thank you for that. Thank you for all that you've done. You have your whole life ahead of you. At 23 years old, you have such an opportunity to give that gift that you've given here to the rest of the world. You have a story that you certainly can share that needs to continue to evolve, that needs to continue to be told. You're in the driver's seat. You can go get it done. And when you do, right back in. Let's absolutely celebrate one more time in your honor that you've done everything that you set your mind to. What is it that you're celebrating? Let's share it on the air. Go to fatdag.com, click on the Wise Advice podcast link to send in your celebrations, your comments, your questions. I'll work them in as part of the show. I want you to email in those celebrations because I want you to be absolutely proud of what you're doing. You heard it so many times in this show. People are just absolutely, in some ways amazed at what they've done, but it doesn't surprise me. Because I see so many people writing in. I really want you to share even more. I see so many stories of people. They almost all have that same theme of I didn't believe it. You told me I could do it. I started to believe it, and I did it. It just continues to repeat that cycle. And as you share your story, as other people watch your success, as they look at you and say, well, if she did it, if he did it, I can do it. That's what makes this whole thing work. Continue to write in. Go to on-air, send an email to onair@fatdag.com. Shoot me your email, your celebrations, and I really just want you to just share every little bit of your journey. Well, that's certainly going to do it for this time. Remember, losing weight, getting healthy has nothing to do with luck. You have to remain disciplined and focused. Set your sights on your goal and go after it. I wish you good focus. Thank you for listening to the Wise Advice Podcast. Did you know for as little as $1 a month, you can take the next step as a wingman and support the show? Visit fatdag.com, click on Become a Patron today.